What's up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you on the Metal Time Radio podcast with another Kaiju Spotlight show for Biollante. And I got my special guest here,
Phat
the
Samurai
Phat
Guy.
Samurai Guy. Thank you, sir, for joining me.
Oh, it's always a huge honor to be here on the channel, son. And man, you are just crushing it with these amazing, awesome intros. If you guys watching right now, if you weren't pumped up from that intro, to turn the channel, like Zangief said.
I learned from the best. I learned from the best right over here.
Bootleg editing right here. Anyway, it's like, it works. All right, there you go. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I appreciate you being here, and definitely appreciate you for allowing me to share the action film autopsy with you and Rick Myers. That's always a blast. It's a lot of fun to do that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're here to talk Biollante. Not the most well-known kaiju. In fact, oftentimes gets forgotten when it comes to all the kaiju that are in the kaiju universe. But just to look back on the origins of Biollante, she appeared first in Godzilla versus Biollante in 1989. Actually has a brief appearance in Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. I never really caught that myself, but apparently we were talking about it the other day where the particles were in space, and that kind of led to Space Godzilla.
Right.
So that makes a lot of sense from that perspective. Now, here's the other thing I didn't know. It was developed by a dentist, Shinichiro Kobayashi, who was the winner of a story writing contest. So he has the one that developed the story for it. And it was pretty close to the vest, not entirely, because initially he wrote it as Biollante was like her own thing, even though it was like attached to his dead daughter, like the character wise.
Yeah.
But Toho, of course, made her have G cells, which did tie her to Godzilla in some way.
Right.
I was also talking about the other day how when I was watching the movie for another round, when you look at her second form and she's like rushing at Godzilla,
dude,
I thought, man, how did they get that to work? Because it looks so wonderful.
I know, right?
But it's like 32 wires or something took to operate that thing like that. So,
oh my god. But
I wanted to get your thoughts when you first.
It's garbage. Trash.
It's
trash. This movie's the worst in the series. You know, which Godzilla movie was it where it was all in the little kid's head?
Oh, is that
going on adventures?
Yeah,
that's better. That's better than this movie. This is trash. You know.
Oh, God.
I'm glad you invited me here to shit all over it because it's the worst in the series.
Sure.
Godzilla 1998 is better. No, man, this is some good shit. I'm glad you invited me here. But real talk though, when I watched this for the first time, like way back, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this a lot. You guys watch my videos. Never watch movies tired.
Yeah.
Never watch movies tired. So when I first watched it, I was like years ago, I was tired and I was like confused. I was like, wait, this group's going after this group. Wait, who's that group? Wait, that group's going after. Wait, what? At first, but I still love the effects. It wasn't until I revisited years after that where I understood everything that was going on this time because I was awake. But it's a unique movie in the franchise, in the series. It's something very unique about it. It has its own feel and style to it. Instead of doing the whole nuclear, aspect with the earlier movies, we're going with the evils of genetic engineering kind of thing and how it could backlash. Were you like me though? Did you want to slap the scientists at the end of the movie, kind of still trying to take the high ground? I was like, you made it. I was like, what are you doing, dude? You're the cause of all this. We should not do this. Like, you did it. Don't be acting all high and mighty. I'm just having fun here. But I love the little funky groove track that they keep playing like once or twice. I got the soundtrack somewhere. I got like a Godzilla
we were watching that and I was like, dude, this is like so 80s. Like you can just
right. Yeah, it was all. Yeah, I love the music though. That's some good driving music there.
Right. Yeah.
But we're here to represent this guy, the legend. That's right. We represent some Zilla up in here, and like you said, this takes place right after 85. The Zilla, taking a nap in the volcano has not awoken yet, and but he kind of destroyed the city. So they're like, all right, we gotta try to salvage what's left, and then we got all kinds of groups coming in trying to steal those G cells. You got the one group basically wanted to use it for farming purposes and stuff, but there's ulterior motives, and then you have Japan side of it going like, hey, if somebody else gets this technology, they can use it against us, so we have to form some kind of weapon to face Godzilla. So everyone's got their own little motivations, and then bootleg bootleg
the assassin with the glasses,
sunglasses, right, yeah. Bootleg Go-Go 13 is trying to shoot people, but he's on a mission. But my favorite character, I love Miki. This is the first time we see Miki, right?
Yeah.
Now, was she really 17 years old? The character's supposed to be 17. Was the actress 17?
I don't know.
She's probably a little bit older then. She's adorable. Miki's always adorable. Yeah. Young Miki to old Miki, she's adorable. She's a sweetheart. So, but yeah, we have our scientists who has good intentions, but of course it always goes wrong. And unfortunately, I think it was the Americans that bombed his site, right? And killed his daughter.
Yep.
I think.
Yep. Because he was working on it, and then they bombed it, and then killed his daughter, and then he took some of her cells and mixed it with Godzilla's because he wanted to make her immortal. So he put her in the cells, or like everything, to the rose.
Right. Yeah.
And then the rose somehow got knocked over through another attack.
Now, what do you think about the daughter's essence being a part of the rose? Do you think they could have just left that out and it wouldn't have mattered? You could have had the same movie.
Well, it's so funny because we're going to get to a little bit later, but how it fits in modern day with like what we're seeing going with the Monsterverse and with Legend or with Toho, with -1, like it's like, well, this shit makes sense the way they're writing stuff right now. But I think it's kind of cool. But then here's the funny thing about my first experience with it. So I remember I saw in '85 in the theaters, and then I didn't even know this was a continuation of the other one. So when I bought this, which is an original from back then,
that's so cool.
It's going to sound bad. I wasn't that impressed. Like I liked it, but then I was like, man, this isn't exciting. Like, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla or anything else I've seen. So
that was kind of,
this is probably like the first real deep thought-provoking Godzilla film that we ever had. Maybe outside of the original, in terms of like storyline.
Yeah.
And so, I was not really, it took like you, I had to watch it a couple of times to really kind of get everything that's going on and why. And the more I think of it, the more I think, it's kind of cool that she is tied into it. But then obviously now, as I just watched it again the other day, she actually, Biollante loses her sort of humanity in the second form and goes rogue. And so that's kind of crazy how that works out like that. But and I don't know. Did these scientists ever like really address that aspect? Because I know that she had like this other girl had telepathic communication with Biollante, but I don't know if it ever, because she did mention that Biollante had lost connection with the girl. So it was no longer there. So I just wanted the actual scientists like, what the fuck did I do?
No, he just takes the high ground and looks down on everybody else throughout the whole movie.
But it's just insane.
Not once, I don't think he said, you know what, I think I made a mistake. Like, I don't know if he says that. She's just like, but no, you're right. She has that connection with the plants and stuff. And she even had that scene where she tries to slow down Zilla at some point, and Zilla's just there chilling. He's just like, hey, what's going on? Hey, you want to chit chat? Yeah, I got some time before I destroy the rest of the city. All right, I'm done. And then she passes out. But I think she mentions that I think Biollante says, help me or something like that earlier, right? She's trying to reach out. And then that's when they realize, like, oh, I think your daughter's essence is part of this. So the creature's already talking to Miki.
Miki was
something like that
when she.
Oh my goodness! Okay,
yeah,
she was a baby.
Yeah, just a baby.
Yeah, and then later they mentioned that the connection's cut. That's it. It's time to go second form. And as you see in the background, I got little kaijus running around destroying the house.
So yeah, there's the first
beautiful.
form. Yeah, very
Beautiful.
crazy. And I thought, initially when it got to Godzilla, like confronting that one when it toasted, I was like, is this movie over already? Because like that went by pretty fast.
Right.
Then
like,
they got this beautiful thing, which is absolutely terrifying. It is just incredible.
When it started running and moving, like you said, I was like, oh God. And you have that wide shot that you see in the intro of how big it really is.
Yeah.
Up to the G-Man.
And it's like, holy so funny when I was watching it and saw of course, this is a little bit, they have Godzilla a bit more height here, but when I saw that, guess what immediately came to my mind? You and Fat Blood watching that trailer of the King of the Monsters, and she looks at Ghidorah against Godzilla. She's like, he's huge. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's some cool artwork, man.
Oh yeah, dude. That shit's really cool shit. I don't know who did it, but it's amazing.
Is it true that they reached out to fan feedback and had fans help write the stories or bullet point stuff, and they took ideas? I heard a rumor
for the story.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that they kind of did that first before they did the final script. I don't know if that's true.
Well, yeah, like I said, the dentist guy was the one that apparently won some contest.
Oh, okay.
To write the story, yeah. So
the contest.
They were doing that. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That must have been like such a big.
How rare is that?
Right.
The studio's like, let's see what the
now all of us on the internet we're like, dude, let's do it again. Give me the story. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it.
This guy.
We're so frustrated that we want to see certain things.
You would write a killer kaiju story, man. You and Rob, and shout out to Rob from ETN. But yeah.
I can't let Rob touch it though, because he's gonna fuck over Angarius. I just can't let him do it.
Put some respect on his name. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that guy just killed him.
Hey, everyone, people think of him as Godzilla's pet, but let's be honest. In the second movie, he went toe to toe with Godzilla. The whole movie, they were scrapping.
We talked about it with Gojira 851, and one thing everyone says is that Angarius is tenacious, man. He will not stop.
No.
But there is some interesting concept art for I don't know when this was done, but dude, this is pretty cool shit. Like it even looks even more evil.
You know what I'm gonna say? I say bring this dude back.
Yeah.
Please bring it back. Whether it's in the Japan's version of releasing a Godzilla film over there or Legendary over here. I don't care. Monarch, fuck it. I say bring it back. And do you think, unfortunately, this is what I'm assuming, but do you think the reason why we never saw this character come back, or they went with the classic characters with the sequels after this, is because this movie didn't do as well in the theater? Did less?
I don't know. It's so hard to say because, like, it's certainly possible. The one thing I keep saying, I talked about it with Neko and everything, and it's like we keep hoping for like some sort of origin story for Rodan or Mothra or even Ghidorah.
Yeah.
But the reality is, like, this is that for us, we would eat that shit up, but how can they sell it to most of the population?
The casuals, yeah.
Right. And Godzilla is always the key fundamental to draw anybody in. Like, without King Kong or Godzilla, you're not going to get people to come in and say, hey, oh yeah, new Rodan film's out in America. They're like, who the fuck is that? But there is the hope because of Cloverfield and other stuff like that maybe people will come out and check it out.
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
Hopefully with the success of the last two Monsterverse films, maybe they will, but it's possible because, like, again, we stated earlier, this film and this particular kaiju, no one really thinks about her that often. even when we talk about like who Godzilla should face, it's always like either Destroyer or Ghidorah or
The
Space
usual.
Godzilla. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always somebody else. But you said it, and I wanted to ask you about it is because to me, I think the way the Monsterverse has set up their storyline as well as minus one, they could either one bring Biollante into the fold.
Sure.
And I think even Yamazaki confirmed that with Noriko's G cells inside her body, that would be a great tie-in
Oh
to
my
Biollante.
God.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly. And
and then
so,
she morphs into Biollante, and then we kind of have a similar plot where
yeah,
her essence is still part of the monster.
yeah, yeah,
Boom.
it's
Right
perfect.
there.
You are just set up for life.
That's it. That's
It's
it.
there.
um
Now, go ahead.
but yeah, great when they do throw down. It's some brutal. I mean, I've always enjoyed even the earlier, Ultraman series, the classic. You compare classic the Ultraman is fun now, but when
Mhm.
you compare classic Ultraman, it was gory as fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, there were monsters were getting skinned alive, decapitated. It was gory. And the earlier Godzilla movies were kind of bloody. You had blood squirting out of them, that. So it was kind of nice to see. You don't really get a lot of that in the Millennium era of Zilla films in terms
right.
of gore. But this one, he gets impaled. I mean,
Yeah.
he gets fucked up. It's some nice juicy gory action there. So that's always welcome.
Yeah, I always liked her ability. She's got stuff like the tendrils, the energy spores, the telepathy,
Yeah,
acidic sap, which we see kind of spitting
yeah,
on Godzilla. She can regenerate. And
right.
then apparently she has this thing called batokinesis, and where she can make shit grow around her, like regrow or whatever.
Ah, okay, nice.
So that's crazy. But that was going to lead me to another question for you, because if they were to bring her back in either the Monsterverse or Toho, would you keep her powers as the same, or would you add anything? What would you see to like for her to do, or anything
I
like
say
that?
both. I say both. Keep the same powers, but you can add to it and fuck it. Make it your own, right? Like Rick says
Go
all
all
the time.
ham, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? Add a little few extras. That way, you get more. You can extend the action scenes and stuff. So
Could
yeah.
almost give her like some little parasite or something that would drop off, and bugs or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Or she spits it out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Godzilla's like, what the fuck?
Try to wipe that shit
The
off.
fuck is
Like,
this
what?
shit?
Dude, what the hell? It's this slime.
I love Godzilla's reaction. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie when the tendrils come out at him. Godzilla's like,
Yeah.
"What's that?" He's like, "The fuck is this?"
If I had great editing, I'd probably go back and re-edit some of that movie, and then just for fun
Yeah.
and have Godzilla do his little bicycle kick.
I mean, you have to. I mean, let's go or
Mhm.
fly in the air, and do some kind of
Or
attack.
you could do like that thing. It's like, I think it was from Megalon. He's like, "Peace out, bitches,"
No,
and like leave.
that's right. And don't forget the fight. The fight. When they're circling each other, he has to do the little bit of the karate in there. You got to throw that in their hands. Whatchamacallit, I gotta talk about Colonel Gondo. Oh my god. Has the most memorable scene in this whole movie. And do you want to talk about that scene with him in the
Oh, go
building
ahead.
and the
Go
okay.
ahead.
So they what was it? The nuclear bacteria missiles or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. And they were going to use that to take out Zilla and shoot the bazooka. They shoot the missiles in him. Gondo's got his team. So they shoot the missiles in him, and the bacteria is supposed to, fuck him up from the inside, but it's slow to do that because he's kind of cold. He needs to be heat up for the bacteria to work
Right.
and take effect. Which you see later when Godzilla just passes over drunk in the water, which is
Right.
like hilarious. But yeah, like they're all, Gondo's like he like no fear this guy, like no fear at all. He's like, you guys ready? He's like happy. He's like most likely they're gonna die, right? But he's all like big old grin. He's like, let's do this. They all split up. Godzilla walks in the city, and they ambush him. They shoot him with the missiles, and Gondo is right next to Godzilla in the building right here, and he shoots him, and he's like, "That's it, my work's done." And he's just nonchalantly just turning around, packing up the bag, putting stuff in there. He's like, "Yep, that's it." And then you just slowly see Zilla's head just come into frame, like behind him. He's like, I know you think you're about to get away with that now." He just sneaks up behind him. And he turns around. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And he shoots him in the mouth. He shoots Godzilla in the mouth again, and then decides to quip. What's the line? What did you say again? Like all medicine. It's like all medicine is best taken orally.
Oh my god! Yeah,
something like that. He throws a quip line, and then it's just he's like, "Fine, all right, peace out," and turns around. And Godzilla's like, "All right, I'm destroying the building now." He's dead. But
that's right up there with the guy with the assassin who ends up like self-deleting himself when he steps on that thing and he gets evaporated.
Yeah.
I mean, through the whole movie, that guy's like basically kicking people's asses, and then all of a sudden he just does the dumbest thing, gets himself deleted.
I know. Just that's it. You're done. That's right.
Now, if they did do Biollante again, obviously Noriko or somebody in the Monsterverse would play a factor in that, maybe just the science behind it. But do you like the story with, like, you know, sort of double agents trying to get the information as a weapon, Apex maybe playing a part in it?
Sure. I mean, why not? I mean, you be talking about for like a new movie?
Yeah, of course. You know, if they tried to bring Biollante in, like, how would we approach the storyline at this point?
I guess you kind of could take similar beats from it, because, like you said, it does kind of it's late '80s, but it kind of works for what's going on today. You know, with the genetic,
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it really, from a plot line, it doesn't date at all. It's like,
no, so you can take similar beats. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And you know, somebody out there wants that technology and stuff. You know, I mean, think about it. You know, there's other countries out there that are like, hey, we can create our own kaiju, or we can create our own weapons. I mean, you know, they're going to want in on that.
Yeah.
But dude, a new with a really amazing, awesome design, a new Biollante could be fucking terrifying, dude.
That would be so awesome.
It could be fucking scary as shit.
Even watching the clips again, like, I'm just looking at, like, she's got like the saliva and stuff, just like, terrifying.
Yeah, and probably beautiful, one of the most
terrifying ones that we've seen. Yeah,
beautiful at first. You know, it's like, oh.
And I think when I first saw it, that was the first thing, because I saw the other form first. I'm like,
were you concerned?
What is this? Yeah, I was like, what is this? Gonna throw rose petals at him? What are you gonna do here? Then I saw the other form, like, oh shit.
Yeah. You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was like,
I thought Godzilla fighting a giant crab was bad, or lobster, or whatever.
That lobster,
yeah. So I still like that movie, even though I get it. I get the hate for it, but I still.
Well, they really went out of their way though to give it the best title, "The Terror of the Deep." Like, they really pushed that limits with it, you know.
They had to try.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, you get Godzilla ripping his arm off and mocking him with his claw. I mean,
yeah, clap, 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 clap.
But dude, I say do it. I say do it. I say bring this character back. And I mean, I think fans have been wanting, hardcore fans, of course, have been probably wanting to see Biollante back, you know, in some form. Do you think they'll bitch out and just do like a whole bunch of little mini Biollantes?
Oh God, I hope not, because that'd be like 98 all over again. The Velociraptors.
What I have to ask you, since you brought that up, what was the first movie you ever saw where you realized, oh, these special effects are bad? Like, wow. not like, oh, that's cheesy or goofy looking. Like, no, you were like, these are bad. I have one. I'll let you go first.
God damn it.
You weren't even a movie buff yet. None of that. We were just
right, and
we were casuals.
Back towards the 70s.
Yeah.
There's a movie. It's not Star Crash, even though that's got its own problems. It's a movie like that, and it's like the cross between Alien and something else, but I can't. It's Star something. I can't remember, but it's really
Sounds
bad.
Roger Corman-y.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, while you're looking for that, I have mine.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. Actually, let me make sure which movie came out first, and then that will be the one. Hold on.
He's got a big list.
No, just two come to mind. Okay. Oh my God! Wow. Okay, so it is Godzilla 98.
Or you actually had the list saved?
No. I was just thinking about. I had a couple of come to mind. I don't know why I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was The Mummy Returns with The Rock Johnson's horrible, horrifying, bad
Oh, the
CGI face.
Scorpion King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was the first one, but The Mummy Returns came out in 2001.
Yeah.
So Godzilla 1998, only when the visuals were solid for that time, but only when there was like this one shot with the babyzillas
Yeah.
were like creeping up, and I was like, oh. I remember being in the theater like, God damn it. What the hell happened? The rest of the other movie looks fine, decent enough. But like, Jesus.
Was Flat Blood with you at that time when you saw it?
No.
No. Okay.
No, that was 98. Nope. She probably would have had the same reaction.
She probably would have stopped dating you at that point.
I don't know about that. Because
she's got some doozies in her closet there.
Some guy tried to date Fat Blood and took her. This is their first date, well, only date.
Okay.
Took her to see in theater Pluto Nash.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So Godzilla 98 is actually a step up.
Oh no. Dude.
Yeah. He thought that was a good idea.
I mean, at least when I went on one of my early dates, like I took her to see Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, at least that's something worthy. You know what I'm saying?
That's epic.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah, but
Nash,
it was. I guess it was the Babyzillas in 90 and Godzilla 98, and then Mummy Returns with that horror. I was just like, dude, this is bad.
Yeah, I used to watch so much shit and like some 70s fucking sci-fi thing, and I'm like, dude, that ship is terrible. That's worse than Star Trek. I mean, come on.
Star Crash. Did you review that movie yet? That movie's hilarious.
No, I was on a kind of a binge because today I was supposed to do my review for the Golden Voyage of Sinbad with Kevin, and so he watched the wrong movie, so now we have to move it.
Okay.
But I made like a little tribute video to Carolyn Monroe, and of course she stars in that. So I've been putting up a list of DVDs and stuff that I want to get. So I'm probably going to get it. I've seen it once, and it's hard to believe that Christopher Plummer was in it, but all the days before you get later stuff that he's better in. But
some of those cheesy movies, they're good, bad though. You can find entertainment somewhere.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, plus it's her, so I don't care. I'll eat that one all day. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, overall, man, I've learned to appreciate with multiple re-watches of this movie, Biollante. Yep. I've learned.
It's funny because this movie probably 20 years ago would have been lower on my list.
Yeah.
But I would say now it's like in my top 10. Like it's crazy.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really whacked that, I can learn to appreciate it far more later than I had back then.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the opposite happens, which is rare. Yeah. Sometimes you like loved a movie for years and then you haven't watched it in 5 billion years and you revisit it and you're like, I can't believe I like this. What the hell was I thinking?
Sometimes when Tony and I are doing our Ghouls at Midnight, we go back on some old films and like, dude, this shit did not age well. I don't know why I picked this.
Oh man. But yeah, man. Well, did we miss anything else about the film? I think we kind of covered the meat of it.
Yeah. That's really just leads me to the last question, really, is like, what do you think ultimately be Biollante's legacy as a kaiju?
I think to hardcore fans, I think the legacy is safe. I think the legacy will always be there. I think this kaiju will always be fondly remembered and loved, and fans want to see more of. So I think the legacy is intact. I think the legacy is fine. I mean, look, we have recently, hell has frozen over, and we recently have a 4K coming out, a Criterion collection 4K Blu-ray coming out of this movie. Comes out, I think, this year in March. So there you go.
In fact, I think that's the one that I watched on Max now, because they have a couple of the other ones they're doing. Astro Monster, I think, is also one of them.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's what is that the first Heisei getting a 4K? Heisei era?
Maybe.
I think so.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I think so.
84 just had the Blu-ray. It didn't have a 4K release. So, but we'll take it. I mean, and so there you go. There's going to be tons of special features. And then when that comes out, when that Blu-ray comes out, collectors are going to see it. They're going to like, what is this? They're going to be curious. So I think the legacy is nowadays, the legacy will be even stronger and will remain. I think that this movie's safe. So if you guys haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, we need to start like a petition to get Biollante as the next character of either the Monsterverse or Toho.
Somewhere. Yeah, like just somewhere. I mean, dude,
I know a lot of talk has been like with Toho, it's been like either Hedorah or, Anguirus, which I'm fine with Anguirus. If he wants to do Godzilla raids again, I'm all about it.
Dude, can you imagine him doing your boy Anguirus?
That'd be so
his
sweet.
Version?
In fact, after I saw -1, Yamazaki was on Twitter, and I said, please, if you're going to do a sequel, do raids again. And he kind of just smiled at me, put a smiley face. So I was like, cool. Dang.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, you never know. He may do a little bit of both. He may take a little bit of raids and a little bit of Hedorah and make the next movie. It's funny. I kind of wish now that Space Godzilla was the next one after this one, because it's kind of weird now, because I had to look it up. I was like, okay, I know which one is next, but we had like Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. I think there were 2 others or 3 others, and then Space Godzilla, something like that. I was like, wow, there was a gap. So
that's crazy.
I don't want to see Space
that
Godzilla,
even if they did. I think I talked about the other day. If they did, say they did Biollante and -1. They go for a third, and I would say if you really want to like ignite the world on fire, do your first Gamera versus Godzilla, because Godzilla -1 is still a villain, so you can make Gamera like the good creature in that one. Yeah. So I think that'd be cool, and people be eating that up.
Dude, that would be epic. That would be so epic. But it would be interesting to see his version, the design, like his version of Gamera. I have a feeling will probably be more frightening than the Heisei era version of design of Gamera.
And I doubt it'd be flying. I think he's going to make it more grounded. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll probably have a nice leap attack.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. But of course we eat it up, of course, And casuals, they don't really have to know who Gamera is. They're just like, hey, Godzilla's going up against this other monster, so they can bring them in. But the legacy is intact for Biollante, and but I don't really want to see. Have you done Space Godzilla yet?
Not yet. Gonna be doing.
I don't want to see a new Space Godzilla.
I don't think Kevin does either.
I mean, just because of the artwork is amazing, and over here in the mall, I know what's a mall. What is that? Like several years ago, we were walking in the mall, and I don't know if it was Hot Topic or one of those places, and they had a Godzilla versus Space Godzilla poster. And I got it right over here on the door, going into the garage just for fun, just to represent Zilla. But there's things I like about that movie, and there's things I don't like. But in terms of, I don't want to see Godzilla versus evil Godzilla. Yeah, I'd rather him fight another monster, the original. Yeah, either classic.
So many possibilities, man. Because I think even in the Monsterverse in the book, they were doing concept art for like Gigan, and so like that would be cool.
That's my guy.
Yeah. So I mean, you can go anywhere with this shit. You don't have to do another Godzilla clone. We don't need that.
Yeah. Once I saw old school Gigan's gut, I was like, that's me. I was like, that Gigan is my spirit animal.
Right.
They slimmed him down later. It's fine. But I got
tell
the chainsaw
people what
statue.
You got coming up on the channel for yourself.
Oh my goodness. probably got some more interviews for the podcast. Can't say who yet because I'm waiting on feedback. Might do some trailer reactions later. I think Fantastic Four trailer came out.
Yeah, so I haven't done one yet for that either.
So reaction videos, movie reviews, interviews, stuff like that. But a lot of the fun is our exclusive content we got going on right now. If you guys want to become a channel member or support us over there at Patreon, me and Lady Phat, we destroy 2 films. It has been a long time.
I think Kevin was talking about that the other night.
Absolutely obliterated 2 movies. And we talk about a lot of other movies we liked recently. So that's like a 2-hour video. You guys can watch that if you're members. But yeah,
I have yet to watch your guys' talk about the Crow remake. I have yet to go to that.
You know, it's always more painful. It always pisses us off more when we go in with an open mind and we give the movie a shot.
Right.
You're like, all right, let's take our biases aside and let's to the original classic and let's go. Let's go. Let's see what you're gonna
show us what you got.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna be like shitting on everything like right away. Let's and then you're still disappointed and angry by the end of it, dude. That hurts more than a movie just being really bad. When you have potential there, wasted potential to me is worse than a really bad B movie or something like that. Like I can watch those all day and have fun. Cheese is the charm. As long as there's something entertaining in there. Like Lady Phat says all the time, a movie doesn't have to be a good movie. A movie doesn't even have to be a great movie, but it's got to be entertaining.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, as for me, let's see. I've got this Thursday. I'm doing actually joining Tokusatsu Shogun on his channel as we review 1962's King Kong versus Godzilla. And then
which version are you talking about? Both versions?
I'm not sure which one. I think it's just the one he gave me the other day was the Japanese one. So that's the one.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God. Hey, when I was a kid, I just skipped to the end and I just want to see Godzilla and King Kong fight, and I love that. But the rest of the movie, I was like, But like, the Japanese.
I still laugh when Kong puts that fucking tree in his mouth. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, eat your vegetables. That's right. But the Japanese one, when we watched that for the first time in the Criterion Collection, we were like, oh my God, this is so much better flowing movie. Because the American one, it was like every 10 minutes, let's cut back to the news anchor guy. Hey guys, Godzilla has been sighted over here. He's 20 feet away taking a shit. All right, see you in another 10 minutes. We're like, what is happening? But no, the Japanese version is a lot better for sure.
Friday, I'll actually be getting to that the Golden Voyage of Sinbad with Kevin, and then later in the evening I'll be joining him on his channel as we actually talk King Kong 1933.
Oh,
and then on Saturday, I'm actually going to join Tokusatsu Shogun again. And we're actually going to start I'm going to do some stuff with him where we're reviewing James Bond films. And the first one I chose to do was Live and Let Die, which is my favorite. So
yeah, man. Good shit.
But as always,
underrated, Roger Moore, underrated.
Oh yeah, he's my favorite Bond.
That's so cool, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
No
problem.
Subscribe
to this guy.
No, this guy over here.
And keep loving this guy.
Godzilla.
That's right.
All right, all. Hit the like and subscribe button. Put some comments. What do you think about this film and this particular kaiju? Let us know. And tell me what you think about this dude, because he's really awesome. With that mecha Metallica Godzilla up there he's got going on. What's it say at the bottom? Kill them all. All right, everyone.
All right, guys.
See you later.
Thanks for watching.